Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is David, this is David K Reacts, and here on this channel I ramble with articulation, I hope, about a variety of different musical, video and audio elements of the videos that I watch, and today is part of Arcane month. This is a month where I am doing covers of Arcane music, and today I'm going to be checking out the Danish National Symphony Orchestra with the vocalist Bjørn Fjæstad, I hope I pronounced that correctly, and the violinist Soo-Jin Hong, doing their cover of What Could Have Been. This is the final song, the final thing you hear, in fact, from Arcane Season 1, originally performed by Sting, and with Ray Chen on the violin. This is an incredibly affecting piece of music, and I'm really excited to see what these folks do with it. I think it's one of those things that left a lot of people in tears and then frustrated at the fact that at the time they didn't know it, I guess, but 3 years would pass by before Season 2 would come out. I didn't have to go through that because I actually, for some reason, and I have no idea why, I did not watch Arcane until Season 2 was already out. It had been out for about 2 days, and I went, you know what, I've been meaning to do this, let's sit down. And 2 days later, I'd finished everything. 3 days, I think, actually. Anyway, that to one side. Yeah, this is an amazing piece of music, and it plays over such an emotional part of the show. And I'm going to say at this point in time, a spoiler warning in general for Arcane. I don't know what's going to come out during this. The last video I recorded, I'm not sure what the release order is going to be, but the last video I recorded was Guns for Hire, and they showed some footage from the show. And so I've no idea what's going to happen here. I've no idea what I'm going to talk about. So if you haven't seen Arcane, please go and see it. It's one of the best things ever on TV. And I think it would. I don't want to spoil anything for you before you go into it. But I also apologize. I'm recording a lot of my Arcane videos ahead of time to make sure I get them all done. It does unfortunately mean, because this is the best time I'm going to have to record for quite some time, I'm recording right on the back end of a cold, so I'm a tiny bit stuffy and I apologise for that. Hopefully it will not be too much of a hindrance to the quality of this video. But yeah, I'm really, really excited to see this. I think Sting is an incredible performer. I think what he did with this song was remarkable. I think it was so emotional. The violin, actually, too, sounds stunning. The beautiful sort of sailing high notes that kind of give this wail throughout. Really, really good stuff, and I'm really, really keen to see what happens here. I'm not going to say too much before we watch it. Let's just see what we get. So I will say welcome back to the channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. If it is, the way this works, I watch these through from beginning to end, commenting and emoting over the top. I'm then going to go back, watch it a second time, this time pausing, interrupting, and offering what commentary and analysis I feel I can based on what I've just seen and heard, and the foreknowledge of that one prior viewing. If you're just here for the reaction, incidentally, I keep forgetting to say this, but the first quarter or so of the video will work for you. Please also check the description below for the original video and the link to the channels for the artists. If I have them. This one is going to be very cool, I think. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Please do hit the like, subscribe buttons and the notification bell, and if you would care to support the channel, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts, at patreon.com/DavidKReacts, or by leaving a super thanks here on YouTube. More details on those at the end of the video. But for now, without any further delay, let's bring the video up and get into the Danish National Symphony Orchestra, Bjørn Fjæstad and Soo-Jin Hong performing What Could Have Been. Oh, I love that beginning. Just the strings and the piano. You ripped out all my parts. Gorgeous. And worst of all, for me to live, I gotta kill the part of me that's sore. Oh, the lyrics are so good. And I needed you more. I hope you glass harp. Okay. Oh, that's Oh, this is stunning. Ugh. Wow. Oh, it's so good. This is stunning. Oh, there's so much emotion going into this. Oh, just wonderful. And the vocals too. Oh, this is gorgeous. I love they're showing what's happening as well. This is epic. What presentation too, with her sort of above everybody. Wow. Wow. That's stunning. That is absolutely stunning. What an incredible performance. There's so much, I'm tearing up. There's so much emotion in it, from everybody involved. And my goodness, the two soloists there are just perfect for this. Yeah, that's incredible. I'm just going to drop for a second, see if there's any information in the description. Ah, good. Okay, so arrangement by Thomas Breiler. I always like getting. It's nice to see who the arrangers are. Conducted by Christian Schumann. A part of Fanta Symphony 2, a concert of fire and magic. Here we see in the Carry On, there's Fanta Symphony, which is obviously the original. That's awesome. That was absolutely remarkable. What a stunning, stunning performance. Just give me 2 seconds, and then I'm going to jump back and watch things from the beginning. I'll be right back. Sorry for the pause there. Someone at the front door. So yeah, let's go back to the beginning, see what I can pull out of this, because that was incredible. So far, so similar. It starts with the piano in the original song as well. I don't think any other instrumentation comes in before the singing starts, though. So this is lovely, where we get the strings coming in now. Just that doubling of the piano bass line is so effective because it means we can keep with this dum 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 dum, and it's the piano isn't holding on some long, hard hit bass note that can roll underneath, but the hold is there because the strings carry it through. That's gorgeous. Again, beautiful entry. Bjørn's voice is spot on for this. I've not come across him before, and wow, what a singer. He's incredible. But I love the tone. He comes in just as Sting does, with this very quiet, considered tone of just, well, this is it kind of thing. This is who I am. Really, really effective. Sorry, I have to remember not to lean on the table because I know it wobbles. Oops. I am the monster you created. You ripped out all my parts. I don't know if there was any intention to this, but I was listening to this a few weeks ago, and it suddenly struck me. You ripped out all my parts. Going into Arcane spoiler territory now. I love that in season 2 of Arcane, when Vi unintentionally hits Isha, when the two of them are scuffling down in the caves, and immediately Jinx goes over and says, "Hey, still got all your insides?" It kind of sounds like the opposite of that line in this song. You ripped out all my parts. Totally, I don't know if there was any logic to that, and this is totally unrelated to this performance, but I love that. I am the monster you created, you ripped out all my parts. That says so much in 2 lines. It's incredible. You ripped out all my parts. And worst of all, for me to live, I gotta kill the... Hang on, I just heard something. Oh, there's a harmonic playing in the background there on the... I don't know if it's Soo-Jin or if it's another violin, but... Just carrying through in the background. That's so effective. Just creeping there. It's very unsettling because you almost aren't sure if you've heard it. I'd almost say it's a ghost note, except I'm 99% certain it's there. That's remarkable. And worst of all, for me to live, I gotta kill the part of me that's sore. And I needed you more. That's just his tone in this. There's so much going on. I love this. And worst of all, for me to live, I gotta kill the part of me that's sore. And I needed you more. I love that tone there. There's some lovely character coming through in this performance, and I think that, and I needed you more. There's something about the tone that he says that in that has that real sense of longing to it, which is so beautiful. I love that we're just getting that sound of, I guess this isn't technically a glass harp. Hold that thought. Yeah, I don't know how many glasses you technically have to have created a glass harp. It looks like there's only these 2. But what a wonderful effect to have that, because it's a very clear sound, but there's no attack to it. Like, it just comes. There's no duh. Like, it's not like you hit like a glockenspiel or something like that. There's that impact at the beginning as the beater actually strikes the metal. There's nothing like that with a glass harp. The sound just comes out, and I think that's so eerie and ethereal. It's a wonderful choice. The part of me that's sore, and I needed you more. I hope you know, yeah, And now we have, I assume that this is some of the chorus has joined. Maybe some male chorus members have joined in to give this extra harmony to this line. But I love that immediately as we come back in again after that momentary break there, the vocals are immediately stronger. We're getting a little bit more presence from the orchestra. There's a lovely sense of evolution going on here.
I hope you know we had everything, and you broke me and left these pieces. I wanted you hurt like you hurt me today.
I love the gentle plucking that we've got from the harp as well in the background there. It's just this sort of slightly percussive interjection that comes in here and there. I don't think it's playing anything else. I don't think it's like there's a lower arpeggio or anything. I think it is just plucking those single notes. And it's this dum bum, that note that's just piercing through in so many different levels. You've got high strings holding it. You've got the harp plucking it. It's always there somewhere in the background. It's like a pedal note, except it's the reverse because it's up top. Pedal note usually would be underneath. That's so impactful. Okay, sorry for the cut there. I was interested because I'm not super versed on some of the more unusual percussion instruments, and I didn't know what this was. As far as I can tell, and please, percussionists, correct me if I'm wrong here, this is a set of crotales, which are essentially these sort of discs, slightly thicker than a cymbal. I'm used to seeing bows used to play cymbals. I've never seen them used this way before, but they are tuned, so you can have a scale, like a traditional scale, like a piano scale, with all 12 notes and the 2 octaves. And I think they come in 2 octaves as well, based on what I've seen. So in which case you'd have 25 crotales. But they're pitched. So obviously here you're bowing something and creating the sound of the reverberation of one of these in a particular tone. But again, there's no attack. That's one of the things that's so lovely about some of what's being done here, is you're getting the sound just drifting into view and then away again in a way that's very, very impactful. I really like this. I love, there's something really, really cool there. I love that we get that full break for what could have been, but the violin comes in before he starts singing. Before he stops singing, excuse me. Oh. This is so stunning, these astronomically high notes that are being played here. And just the piercing quality of the sound, but there's a sadness to it. And that's partly the melody, but I think also partly the quality of the sound and the lovely bits of vibrato that Soo-Jin is putting on this. It's so emotionally devastating to listen to this piece, especially when you know what's going on in the show. And that but not just coming in the background, but still pushing forwards, that crescendo through to that last moment. Really, really effective as it just builds up there. She then goes into this bump, 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 these very staccato notes, still very high up. We get it, but where that goes to a more kind of percussive impact, you get this huge growl now coming from Bjørn, which is a very different quality of vocal sound to what we've had from him up to this point. It's the whole vibe changes at this moment. And isn't that incredible? Isn't that incredible? Why don't you know who I am? This howl of frustration. And you get this lovely, jerky violin being played over the top of it. And it's just, it's the craziness in the sound that would sort of represent the mental state of the character at this point in the show as well is so present in this arrangement. And then we pull right back at the end of that and come back to it. But it's just a little bit more. The voice is a little bit less reserved than it was at the beginning of the song, which I think is really, really nice. There's a little more power to it, which is it's just kind of giving us... We've gone back, but we haven't gone the whole way back. We're still forward from where we were. There's a constant sense of motion in the piece.
I am the ghost, the fallen angel.
This is really cool. You've got this tick almost in the back, like time passing. And it's these are called hot rods. Let me double check on that, actually. Okay, good. Yes, I was right. Yeah, I don't know how easy it's going to be to actually see what's going on here, because obviously they're moving fairly rapidly. But these are called hot rods, and they're basically like lots and lots and lots of long sticks that are then taped together, which means you get a little bit of motion within them. They're a little more flexible than the average drumstick, so they produce a different sound if you use them to actually play the drums. But obviously here we're hearing, you can hear it's not like a smooth, very pinpoint click. You could hear the impact of all of these little rods banging together, and it's creating a very, very nice sound for this tick. I really like it. I think it's a great choice to be doing it this way.
The fallen angel. You ripped out all my parts. I couldn't care what invention you made me.
And even here, we've got the love of this, the guitar in the background sounding great. You've got this bum, 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 bum. There's just these single plucked notes from Soo-Jin just coming out over the top. The interaction between the violin and the voice in this is wonderful. It's doing so much to enhance this performance. It's oh, excuse me. It's I think it makes it so much more impactful that there is a dialogue going on in this. It's not just the vocals. It's not just a violin solo. It is an interweaving of those two things together in this arrangement, and I think that's absolutely perfect.
What invention you made me. 'Cause I was meant to be yours.
I also love this choice that you've got this kind of aqua green kind of color of this sort of church window facade that they've got there, but then everybody else, the chorus around them, illuminated in this blue. It's lovely because it's a way of highlighting Soo-Jin and having her stand out from everything else that's going on. But it's also got this kind of aquatic tone, which, of course, if you know the show, Silko associates himself a lot with water. And the way that Fishbones was constructed, the rocket launcher, was kind of in tribute. I think, if I understand correctly from something I read, it was actually supposed to be constructed for Silko. Jinx made it for him and then uses it herself. But again, a shark. So these aquatic elements, and I kind of love, I don't know if that was deliberately done, but I love that they're bringing these blue tones and water tones into this as kind of a representation of that. This slow build-up that we've got here as we slowly crawl up the register in the violin playing, but there's these beautiful triplets now. We've sort of had this very it's been very, very much simple time, and we go into this compound time now with the but. It's such a shift up, and we've noticed that there is no like that rhythm is gone from us now as we focus on this triplet build. It's really effective. Then the intro of the voices, beautiful. It's such a great point to bring them in because we're already building, and then we add an element on the top that's just going to help us build more. But where it allows, because they're doing these long notes that go up slowly every bar, you are still leaving the space for the da 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 da. And so it's only on that next bar that things come in. The motion is still left to Soo-Jin and the violin. Fantastic stuff. And again, that long note sailing over the top, holding that note in place. Lovely stuff. So much use of specific motifs and styles of writing in this. Very, very, very effective. And then the build up as we double the triplets. It's getting more frantic. I love it. We kind of broke down at the beginning of that, where so much of it is the violin and just those piano on the beat, the piano chords that are still very, very much in the background. But everything Soo-Jin's doing, every time we get to the end of a phrase, we up the ante a little bit and it becomes a little bit more frantic. The choir comes in and joins in and just adds to that effect. And so we're just pushing and pushing towards that point of climax in this. It's so effective. And that is so earned. That moment of crescendo up to the final, you get the smash from the cymbals and everything just, you've hit that moment, the vocals come back in, it's beautiful. Also, I wanted to double check that. I love that the choir resolves up on the second beat of the bar. See how this, and then orchestra resolves up, but then second note, the choir resolves up. Wonderful. And it sets up this da 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 that we've got, but that hold into the new section. Like, it's not just between bars, it's actually into the new section of that one note that resolves in out of the that slight dissonance that they created there is so beautiful. That's a wonderful moment. I just want to lead up to that from one jump back before. Ah, stunning. And I really do like that they're doing this. They're cutting, like here we have the now we're in simple time again, at least with that rhythm, but instead of being a it's we've doubled the speed, and but I like the fact that they're cutting to show us what is creating that sound. So you have a vibe of what's going on in the orchestra, even in the video, which isn't always the case, and I appreciate the cinematography and the editing that has gone into this video. You can hear it, can't you? Even though he's growling and she's playing these very clean notes, the passion is in both instruments so strongly. Like, there's just as much emotion in the violin as there is in the vocals, and it's that's what I mean by the dialogue between them. And now it's the two voices, in this case, one voice, one string instrument, together performing this same emotional beat, and it's so good. And now we're in this triplet section again, but we've still got the carrying on the cymbals. So now you've got simple and compound time happening at the same time. Should have explained that before, by the way. Simple time is when you divide a beat into 2 or 4. Compound time is when you divide it into 3. So you're slightly changing the vibe of how the beat feels. So simple time, if you see 2/4, 4/4, 4/2, whatever it happens to be, that would be simple time on sheet music. Whereas 6/8, 12/8, 9/8, anything like that, that would imply compound time. But I really like that you get the two going against each other here, because it's slightly that sort of balance and equilibrium that has been maintained throughout is broken slightly by the fact that you now have the two things happening at the same time, so they're working at odds with each other a little bit, and that's fantastic. It's so grand now, these sailing voices that are supporting, while Bjørn's just absolutely giving it from the front here. It's amazing. And then this wonderful orchestra swell, the cymbal crashes. It's just, we've built up to this the whole way for the last 3 3/4 minutes. And it is so emotionally hard-hitting now, because we've known it's been coming, and there's almost like a release, but the release is such sadness and poignancy. Oh, that fade is remarkable. It's the fact that they don't. So in the original, you get this huge build-up, and then it cuts. What could have been just sits on its own, apart from it. I kind of like that they don't do that. He sings in time. He starts what could have, and what could have almost comes out with. He's not alone yet, because you're still getting the decay from all the various instruments that have been playing, but then you also get just those couple of elements that stay with him and fade after him. And the notes that are left are incredible. You got the da-da, that fifth coming from Soo-Jin, because there's such a big downstroke on that final, the final note that she plays, that holds for a second. And I can't even quite, it's not in, comes in, which I think might be the glass harp again, or it could be the crotales, I'm not sure. I've heard them, when I had a look at what they were, I've heard them struck. I don't know what they sound like being bowed. Or it could be that glass harp again. It's the second, isn't it, that the strings are playing. So there's your tonic, Soo-Jin's just finished there, there's the tonic, and there is the note the strings are playing. It's such an unfinished ending, which is perfect. Not just for the tone of the song, but also for the fact that this ends season 1, and that's not the end of the show. But I really, really love that there, because you're left unsatisfied a little bit, because it drifts away on a major second chord that doesn't have the third in, or I guess it would be a minor second, but it doesn't have the third. So it's not da 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 da. That da is so important in the tonality of the piece. It's just da da da, which is very open and incomplete. Yes, we've resolved to the tonic, but the chord is slightly unsatisfying in the best way, and I love it. Wonderful. And actually, that second is the last note. We hear those strings fade out at the end after everything else is gone. That's wonderful. And then, yeah, there we go. Beautiful stuff. That is an incredible arrangement, and what a performance. What a performance. That is truly, truly brilliant. I really, really enjoyed that. It's such a great piece of music, and I wanted to see it done justice, and it really was. Yeah. I hope that you enjoyed this as well. I hope you enjoyed my reaction and my responses to this, and I hope I brought you something. Whether you've seen, when did this come out? Actually, I realize I don't know. 2 years ago, 24th of October 2003. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed my observations on this, and maybe I brought you something that you hadn't noticed before, where it's like, oh, that's really kind of cool. Or maybe I brought you the whole video, in which case, go check out this. Go check out the original. It's also remarkable. And I just appreciate you being here, and I hope that you had a good time. Yeah, I'm very grateful for the time that you spend with me, especially if you're still here at the end of these videos, so thank you very much indeed. Please do hit the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell, and if you would like to support me, you can head over to buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts, where you can leave a one-off donation of any amount. You can head to patreon.com/DavidKReacts, where for $2 or $4 Canadian dollars, or your regional equivalent, you can join my Discord, you can support the channel in an ongoing fashion. There will be more happening with that Patreon next year. I was hoping to do it before the end of this year, but it's going to be next year. And my patrons are also getting a slight sneak peek of something that's going to be happening on the channel at the end of the month. It's not really giving much away. Everything that matters is going to be on YouTube, but they are getting a little bit of a hint of something that might be coming down the line. Or you can leave a super thanks here on YouTube, and any of those very gratefully appreciated if you should choose to do them. But no pressure, of course. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, nighttime, whatever time it is that you happen to be watching this. Let's say 5:15 p.m. Maybe someone's watching then. But yeah, do take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.